Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're looking at a couple of 1v1s that just happened this week in the Nissan Crew Battles tournament on the Rocket League channel. Up first we've got Daniel versus Rapid as part of the Space Station versus XSET series, and after this we're going to take a look at AyyJayy versus LionBlaze, which happened during FaZe versus Ghost. Now, those of you who remember the Fusion Crew Battle qualifiers way back in the day will know exactly the format, well, almost exactly the format that was used for this Crew Battle tournament. 3v3 is the first game played between both teams, then 2v2, then 1v1. Then the team who are losing the series get to pick the game mode for game 4, if the series is of course not over by then in a sweep. And if we need game 5, the team who lost game 4 gets to pick the game mode. So really cool format. Crew battles are super interesting, getting to see what game modes teams pick against each other. But the extra twist in this Crew Battles tournament, and the reason that we ended up seeing Daniel versus Rapid in the first place, is because in the games 4 and games 4 and 5, if 2v2 or 1v1 happen, if they get picked, no team is allowed to use the same roster or the same player that they've already used in that game mode. So Rapid and Daniel, if 1v1 gets picked again in this series, can't play. And that's actually huge for XSET, who have put Rapid out here to go up against Daniel. Big underdog in the matchup, of course. But that means that they saved their other 1v1 player that you guys are definitely going to know if you follow my channel recently and kept an eye on Top NA1's Evo. So they managed to predict that SSG were going to use Daniel. Oh, Rapid couldn't predict what Daniel's going to do on that play, though. Flip reset fake or whatever it was. It works out for 2-0. But yeah, SSG throwing Daniel out there, he'd probably have the edge over anybody. Even Evo. But Evo has got the edge over the other two Space Station players, so they've put Rapid out expecting a loss, as the series was currently 1-1 at this point, and then in game 4 they could probably just pick 1v1 again, put Evo out there to tie the series, or you know, that's probably the plan here. But yeah, really interesting development. I thought I would just mention that storyline to you guys. I think it's such an interesting format in Rocket League Crew Battles. Always so fun because we get to see different game modes, we get to see different players in thriving in other aspects of the game that they're well versed in, and we also just get to see all kinds of strategies being used. Teams in this particular Crew Battle saving their best player, saving their best 2v2 lineup for later in the series, trying to get a win with an underdog matchup. And so I briefly mentioned there, Rapid definitely is an underdog in this one, but nice little pick up there, demo on Daniel, as Daniel failed to take the ball to the back corner. Rapid on the board, not too shabby in the matchup so far. In case it wasn't obvious, that both players, yes, are using the Nissan car. Everybody used the Nissan car for this tournament, as it was the Nissan Crew Battle Invitational on the Rocket League channel. It's a lovely little air dribble there by Daniel. Rapid, but only able to cover the low part of the goal. Daniel goes high over the top of him. Yeah, I probably mentioned as well, I am saying Nissan on purpose. That's how we say it in the UK, so don't panic. We are familiar with this car manufacturer, very popular in the UK, in fact. Rapid wanting a bit of an air dribble bump of his own. No contact. Daniel just shrugs him off. Rapid does have a bit of 1v1 background. He's got definitely a history of this game mode, and he's never reached the success that players like Daniel, Evo, and the two players we're going to see later on in this series, AyyJayy, or this video, AyyJayy and LionBlaze. But he is a threat. He's a player who's had experience against all the top players in the past. He's been high ranked. He's been, you know, playing tournaments in ones. Let's look at this from Daniel. Pre-jump and the double tap off his own backboard. Rapid's still in a phenomenal position though, and he's going to go for another aerial play, knowing that Daniel just used a ton of boost. Daniel passes around the box and grabs 40. Tries to deflect the ball, but it's in his net off the top corner. He tried to deflect that into the corner, and instead he stuck it in the top corner of his own net. The wrong corner, Daniel. He's supposed to go corner of the pitch, but he wins it out his kickoff, and with just under 2 minutes to go, still in a great spot here. Most of the control in this matchup has gone to Daniel, but this is a really good pressure play by Rapid, turning the ball, or turning his car around to face Daniel in tight quarters. Almost sneaking another run past him, setting up the boost steal though. So a couple of plays in a row now where Rapid has put a reasonably threatening shot on target. Now bumps Daniel off the play and just manages to demo him before Daniel can score after coming in from his own half with a counter attack. Flip reset for Rapid. Daniel's pre-jump connects with the ball, but barely. And both players now have mind-gamed each other, whether intentional or not. I can't speak intentional or not, with aerial plays from about the halfway line. Rapid now with a kick-off possession. Air dribble. is well underway, but Daniel spotted the floor pinch incoming. Advanced off the goal line to stop it. Looks like in the Dominus hitbox, which is what this Nissan uses. Daniel's not quite as comfortable as his more standard Octane. I don't remember the last time I saw Daniel playing a 1v1 in a Dominus, where I'd much, I'd definitely expect that to be a rapid thing. Oh, that's so brave by Daniel, baiting the 50-50 right in front of his net, knowing that he could deflect the ball over the bar or wide if necessary. Rapid thought you could smell blood in the water there, but it was actually his own. Daniel up by 1 again with 34 seconds left. Rapid doing a good job netting possession for himself on the kickoffs right now. That's some good vision also after chipping the ball into an awkward position that Daniel couldn't really utilize. Rapid dribbling straight down the field. Wants the air dribble bump. It's a demo. And Daniel couldn't get out of the way of that one. Well executed by Rapid. He was right in front of the ball. And the underdog is really taking it to Daniel here. Crew Battle 1's always essentially a best of 1 in the middle of a series. So much more pressure on the favourite to get the win. And look at this from Rapid. Now he's the one who recovers after being beaten to defend his own back wall. Still, very problematic situation for him, but he stays low in the challenge, deflects the ball to the corner. Daniel looking for the mind game, but he's going to need to go overtime against Rapid, who has put up a brilliant fight here against a player I'd absolutely put top 5 NA, top 10 worldwide, no questions asked. Top 3 NA, I'll even go and say. Rapid trying to chip the ball middle, didn't get contact. Daniel, direct dribble. He's going to try and run ahead in demo, but Rapid shrugs it off. He actually bumped Daniel, despite Daniel having quite a bit of momentum there, not enough to demo. Now at the other end of the field, Rapid. Slow plays, flicks high, but he's got the follow-up possession ready to go. Something that's so important in ones is, yes, threaten your opponent, but you don't need to go all in to do it. And now Rapid baits Daniel in, sees him off his line, and snipes the long shot. Let's take a look at the winning goal again from Daniel's POV. He's got boost, he's trying to pressure the ball by just being here. Rapid driving down the wall just briefly there, convinced Daniel that he was going to be cutting infield. Daniel fell for it. It's such a small move here, but brilliant from Rapid. That little steer right there, pretending to drive down the wall. Daniel moves in aggressively, ends up losing the game. That little break check was all Rapid needed to take down Daniel. So fantastic stuff. Huge upset win, putting XSET in control of the series. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. There was another 1v1 that happened in this series. If you guys want to see it, it was an Evo versus Rettles matchup. I'm not going to put it in this video, but if you guys want to see some Evo 1v1s from the Nissan Crew Battles, let me know, and I think I'll upload those as well. But for now, we're going to look at one more, and it contains 2 players I mentioned earlier, AyyJayy and LionBlaze, as part of FaZe vs Ghost. So here we go, LionBlaze, AyyJayy, a legendary NA matchup. This is not a game that has a clear favorite. It's certainly not as much as the Daniel versus Rapid matchup. LionBlaze in the blue here, AyyJayy in the orange. Is he using his own August decal? AyyJayy playing for FaZe, I think he is. Yeah, he is indeed. So lots of people were using the FaZe decal, but it makes sense to see FaZe AyyJayy using it on the Nissan. LionBlaze is a player who's always played the Octane and a very similar, camera setup. He doesn't like to really change much about his setup in Rocket League. So I really expected to see AyyJayy being the more comfortable of the 2 players in the matchup. I believe last time that they played in a series, AyyJayy was able to take it in stunning fashion in Game 7. I think they played during the DreamHack 1v1 Boost Cup, if I'm not mistaken, in the summer. Good call there by LionBlaze. Knowing that he could beat AyyJayy to the punch, took his time, slots it past him. AyyJayy couldn't cover all the goal, down by 2 early on. Now, AyyJayy is a player who is known for playing Dominus in ones a fair bit. He's known for the aerial play in offense. LionBlaze, one of the most defensive players in the world, but also one of the best defensive players in the world. He just does that. He sits on the goal line and reads his opponent, even if his opponent is AyyJayy, who is so difficult to read. And he shows off his fantastic boost management as well. It's such a joy to watch this matchup. They go back all the way to Goldmine NA, where LionBlaze put on one of the best defensive displays I've ever seen to beat AyyJayy. They've both had big tournament wins against each other. And now playing in just one game as part of a FaZe vs Ghost series, which was just like the one that we saw previously between XSET and Space Station. This is tied at 1-1 as well, with FaZe taking the 3v3, Ghost taking the 2v2, and now the 1v1 deciding who will lead going into game number 4. Now, unlike the Space Station versus XSET matchup, both teams have thrown out a very, very solid ones player. In fact, FaZe were using AyyJayy, despite the fact they got first killer in the roster. They were using AyyJayy for their 1v1s for the most part. And that, you know, it doesn't surprise me seeing that they're playing in a Dominus hitbox. I thought that would be the reason why AyyJayy would feel more comfortable playing ones. First killer, always the Octane in 1v1 in the past. And although he is somewhat active recently in 1v1, AyyJayy and himself are absolutely top tier in North America for 1v1s and indeed the world. So definitely a good choice here. LionBlaze is the clear best ones player on Ghost. But spoiler alert, we did see another 1v1 in this series. Again, if you want to watch that, head over to the Rocket League channel, look at the Nissan Crew Battle VOD. But we, or rather, no, sorry, did I say we did see another 1v1? We did not see another 1v1 in this series, and I expected to see one. I thought FaZe were going to choose 1v1 at some point and throw out first killer, but they didn't. They were confident in their ability in the other matches. That's all I'll say. I'll let you guys find out the rest for yourselves as AyyJayy puts in his first goal of the game just inside halftime. A nice little slow roll placement shot to the bottom right corner. But yeah, the teams in crew battles, I think, are still kind of learning the best practices and the best orders of when to do things, when to pick certain game modes and matchups. AyyJayy muscling in. Another goal past LionBlaze, starting to come back here after a quiet start. Such a terrifying player in the air, always has control, always has one extra touch on the ball. LionBlaze thinking about going for the boost steal in the back corner. AyyJayy saw that he decided to turn away from that before taking off for yet another aerial play. Looking for the bump this time, and he gets it! Such great mix-up from AyyJayy. Disguises what he's up to till the last second. He could be lifting the ball high, he could be landing a reset, or leaning back into the ball. No, he's just going for the bump this time. And the dunk on the last shot as well. You know, there's so many options for him. But LionBlaze saw the early challenge here, chips it over him. This great control with the longer car. It's much harder to control those flicks in the Dominus hitbox and the Octane. Especially, you'd think, for a player like LionBlaze who's got so much practice in the Octane. AyyJayy with another kickoff possession play. Decides to take his time. He's got LionBlaze in his sight, but in his attempt to try and control that flick, he sends it too slowly on target. LionBlaze jumps right over him. Oh my goodness. Thought he might struggle to sneak past AyyJayy on that play, but he just rolled right over the top of him and managed to score on a counter-attack where AyyJayy must have expected to have his goal covered. 3-goal lead once again for LB. AyyJayy with another aerial play, and none of these are all in. He's got the follow-up ready every single time, and this follow-up will not quite be enough. But he continues trying. LionBlaze with 3 saves in a row. Keeps him locked out. What a great play that was to spot AyyJayy vulnerable to the demo as well. An unreal defensive stand by LionBlaze. Last save at that trifecta made by diving off the inside of the post. LionBlaze now keeps a keen eye on AyyJay's position. Tries to clip the ball at the end of his flick there. He's overextended. AyyJayy with the slight boost advantage. Rolls the ball down the middle of the field for his 4th goal. LionBlaze just has to get control of the possession and take no risks. All it takes is one slight overextension, and AyyJayy will be right away through on goal. Another big possession for AyyJayy. LionBlaze had to flip away from the play there. Fake the challenge on the turn. AyyJayy not able to get the demo this time. What a save by LionBlaze, who actually lands, well, in a position that AyyJayy can bump him. AyyJayy messed up the bump. He didn't get a good connection onto LionBlaze there. Wants an air dribble dunk this time. LionBlaze blocks that one as well. The defense is just unbelievable, as it always is, from LionBlaze. Stopping an air dribble demo, stopping an air dribble dunk. AyyJay's mixing up his offense. LionBlaze is equal to it every single time. The vision has been so key as well. He's spying AyyJayy whenever AyyJayy tries to surprise him with a challenge or catch him off guard with the demo. And unless AyyJayy can get this ball moving into offense soon, and it doesn't look like he will, that might be just game over. LionBlaze looking to put Ghost in front against FaZe in the series. There's just no time left for AyyJayy. I think he just had to go for the ball there and hope for the best. He decided to turn. Didn't really get a big win at all. Didn't fake LionBlaze too effectively. We'll take another look at it. He wanted the fake challenge right there to get LionBlaze to panic, but I think really there's nothing else for it except to try and 50-50 the ball into the net there or something. LionBlaze far too good to concede 2 goals in that kind of time frame from midfield play. starting off with a possession. Really good stuff from LionBlaze. The defense is clearly there. He had the flicks under control and started off just the stronger of the two players with his possession, converting it into chances, converting those into goals. And like I said earlier, guys, if you want to see the entire series, including 3v3s, 2v2s, 1v1s from these two matches that I've featured today and a whole bunch more, head over to the Rocket League channel, look for the Nissan Crew Battles tournament, which happened just earlier this week. Yeah, like I said earlier, if you want to see some Evo matches from this tournament, there was an Evo versus Rettles match that was very interesting, an Evo versus LionBlaze match, then let me know, I can upload those as well if you enjoy this kind of content. I've been loving the crew battle content that's been coming out from Gamers Without Borders and now from the Rocket League channel recently. Hopefully you guys like it as well. Definitely be sure to tune in live. Such a different feel from the standard 3v3. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see maybe an EU version of this Crew Battle Invitational by Nissan. That would be sick. As for now, guys, I'm going to go watch RLCS. It's actually getting started in a few minutes, so best of luck to the teams competing today. Right now it's Saturday, so actually this should be uploaded on Saturday as well, so you guys will be seeing this same day it's recorded. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Thanks as always for stopping by, and until next time, take care.